The Elbaph arc has just kicked off with a massive reveal. We've been introduced to Loki, who killed his father for a legendary devil fruit passed down within the royal line. But what could it be? After Loki claims to be the sun god who will bring the world to an end, I think we have our answer. I'll also cover other potential fruits as well. Now, I think the devil fruit Loki ate is a mythical Zoan, Hido no Mi, model Surtur, or Zoan, model Lunarian. And let me explain why. Lunarians have a unique trait. They have control over fire. And fire in general in the One Piece world has a thematic connection to the sun, with the mother flame being described as getting too close to the sun, and Luffy, the sun god, being able to produce flames in attacks like Red Hawk and Red Rock. It makes sense that if Loki gained a fruit that gave him the abilities of a Lunarian, he would figure that he was the sun god. Lunarians might have even been revered in Elbaph, considering that the world tree stretches up into the skies, and they could have lived there as well. We saw Skypians with wings living on the Sky Islands after all. By the way, I'll cover not only Skypia, but Wano, Emu, the Ancient Kingdom, Poneglyphs, and much more in a blockbuster video on the Void Century, so subscribe for that. Now, Loki having this fruit would give him an insane power boost, given that we saw King exhibit nearly unbreakable defenses. It would enable him to use flame attacks like Luffy and fly through the air as well as being a giant. And a giant Lunarian could really destroy the world. And this links into the second possible theory, the Surtur fruit. Loki proclaimed he'd bring about the end of the world, a clear reference to Norse myth, where Ragnarok involves the world burning. And according to myth, the fire giant Surtur wields a flaming sword and sets the world ablaze, burning it to ashes before it sinks into the sea. And if this fruit gives the user of a fire giant, Loki having it means his full form would be effectively as large as San Juan Wolf, while having control over fire. It makes sense why the giants would chain him for fear of being wiped out. Plus, in the double spread of Elbaph, we also saw a massive sword. Loki could pull this sword out in his fire giant form and wield it. And we know Zoans have a will of their own. And if the Surtur fruit embodies the will of the Surtur from myth, it makes sense that Loki would want to destroy the world after eating it. This is the theory I personally support because so many elements just make sense. And if these two theories have any merit, it makes sense why Hiruden seeks the Mera no Mi. He might be aiming to challenge Loki for the throne. This is one that I like a lot. A mythical zone trickster, like a Jotun no Mi, model Loki. The Loki from myth, who is above all else, the god of mischief, lies, and fables. He could have a fruit that is similar to Bonnie's fruit, where Bonnie had to believe she could become something, Loki can lie to others or himself. He could convince himself to use the powers of the sun god, or create illusions and even false realities. This thematically would take advantage of Luffy's weakness of believing others, and since this could be a Usopp-centric arc, Usopp may be the only one who can see through Loki's lies. Plus, multiple theorists have pointed out that Elbaph backwards is fable, so there definitely is a potential connection with Usopp's storytelling and lies, and Loki in this arc. His eyes are bandaged because that might be how his fruit works. Those who look into Loki's eyes might be hypnotized, clear reference to Django. And really quickly, I just wanted to cover a popular theory that definitely isn't correct. Fans are saying that Loki has the real Gomu no Mai. Now, Vegapunk said there is no real Gomu no Mai. If Elbaph had the Nika fruit, and it was swapped with the Gomu fruit, then that means there was an actual Gomu fruit in existence. And if there was none, it can't have been stolen from Elbaph. Elbaph likely revered Nika like other countries and races in the story, Shandora, Wano, the Minks, Buccaneers, etc., and they were just waiting for his return. Plus, Loki having this fruit just turns him into a gag version of Luffy. Anyways, and I can't see Oda wasting such an epic character with that. What we do know is whichever devil fruit Loki ends up with, he might end up being top 5 in the One Piece verse. Until next time, peace.